Hello and welcome to Restorative Yoga today. It's Friday. I'm going to turn on some music. We're going to do a restorative class. Welcome. My name's Deborah Ann, and this is Vibrant Life Yoga, and we're going to do a restorative class. Hopefully we're live streaming. Yesterday it didn't go as well as I would have liked. But today I'm very hopeful. I'm going to fold up some blankets and I'm going to put them against the wall. So if you have a place that you can sit against the wall, that would be great. Hey Snoo, how are you? So I'm folding up these blankets so that they're really firm and nicely folded, just like that. And then I'm going to take this one and make it wide, just like this. And then I'm going to start to roll it. I'm going to turn it over because I think this will work better. Roll it like that in a long Tootsie Roll. So, I'm going to see if we're rolling right here. Nice, we are. Okay. So, hi Snoo. Snoo's going to join us today. We're going to go to a wall. If you have a wall, and maybe fold up two blankets so that they're maybe 3 inches off the floor or so. And we're going to have this blanket roll just like this. And we're going to sit in a Sukhasana easy pose at first. We're going to see if we can lengthen through the crown of the head. Draw the navel in and lower the tailbone down. And maybe bring our back toward the wall. And notice if we need to bring our hands back on our thighs. Lengthening up through the crown of the head and breathing. Nice job. You lay down. Nice job. We're going to sit up really tall like this. Breathe, lengthen. Now I'm going to hinge forward. Release the head. I'm going to slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. I'm going to inhale the arms up to the ears, and then I'm going to exhale and I'm going to draw them down the wall. Inhaling up, exhaling back down. Inhaling up and exhaling back down. One more time, inhaling up and exhaling back down. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can take this long Tootsie Roll blanket. I'm going to bring my feet back to hip width distance apart, and I'm going to place that right on the ankles. I'm going to sit up really tall. I'm going to draw the shoulders onto the back, draw the navel in, and breathe. We're going to inhale, expanding the body and lengthening through the crown of the head. Exhale and lowering the tailbone down toward the earth. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and lower the tailbone. Breathe. Nice job. Now we're going to tilt the head to one side. We've got our hands just fingertips on the blanket on the outside, just to let them soften right here. Just tilting the head to one side. It's Friday Restorative Yoga. Inhale back to center and exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. We're going to see if we can drop the chin toward the chest just a little bit. You might be able to feel a pretty big stretch in the back because we're sitting up really tall, but we're just lowering the chin to the chest. Find your silky smooth breath here. And then coming back to center. Okay, now I'm going to bring my feet, soles of the feet together, and I'm going to lift up one hip and bring that blanket under, and lift up the other hip and bring the blanket underneath. I'm going to take my knees out to the sides, and now I'm going to come to a tall seat again and see if I can get pretty comfortable in this. Lengthening through the crown of the head. And I'll tell you right now, just beneath my shoulder blades, I have some achiness, because what happens is when we're sitting at the computer or not having a good posture when we're hanging out most of the time, our backs are like this. And then so when we do this and lift the heart and draw those shoulders back, it takes muscles up and down the spine to activate and engage. So our posture hanging forward relaxes and weakens those muscles. And then when we sit up really tall, you can imagine on the other side, they're contracting and strengthening. So just to sit up like this, it takes some strength. So we have to practice this so that we can have a good tall spine and a nice posture. So I'm going to lengthen up through the crown of the head, and I'm going to draw the navel gently in and let the tailbone release to the earth. Instead of forcing things, see if you can soften into the position. So when I soften into the position, that pain or that achiness that I had in my muscles that are right below the shoulder blades, right on either side of the spine, they tend to tone rather than grip and contract. So they're toning, and there's a little more ease and grace there. So I can sit up tall, and then I'm going to see if I can let the hips relax toward the earth, lowering the chin to the chest just a little. You want your chin to be parallel to the earth. And breathe. Soften those elbows, maybe wagging them will allow you to have some softness in the shoulders and elbows. Now we're going to tilt the head again to one side. And we're going to let those shoulders relax toward the earth. Nice job. And begin to notice how this feels to you. Inhale back to center and exhale to the other side, letting the shoulders relax toward the earth. And see if you can come into a place of ease and grace, toning, not gripping, but not totally relaxed. Inhale back to center. Just let the chin lower toward the chest. You might be able to feel a little bit more. And as you do this, see if you can take a deep breath in. Expand the body. Exhale, letting go. See if that eases off a little bit. And then we're going to come back to center. And now we're going to look up just a little bit. It's harder to look up because our head's against the wall, and that's okay. We don't need to look up really far. We're going to come back to center. Now we're going to take our arms to the sides, and we're going to just reach them up to the stars. And we're going to exhale, palms facing down. Inhale the arms up to the sky. I'm going to exhale them down. Many times when we learn to engage and contract muscles, we contract them almost too much. Sometimes we need that, but sometimes we just need to find that sense of tone. One more time, inhaling up and exhaling down. Nice job. Now we're going to bring our fingers tips toward the earth, and I'm going to start to tilt toward the right side so that my fingertips touch. And I'm going to reach this left hand to the sky, and I'm going to see if I can open and lift the heart. Just hang out here. I'm going to also draw the navel in gently, softening through the hips, reaching to the sky, gazing at the crease between the wall and the ceiling. And then I'm going to release that down. I'm going to tilt a little bit to the left side, reaching the right arm up. I'm going to gaze to the crease between the wall and the ceiling. Breathing. And then I'm going to release that down. And now I'm going to come back to center, and I'm going to lengthen up through the crown of the head, and I'm going to let myself round, releasing the head all the way to the earth. And then we're going to slowly roll up. And then we're going to round, release the head toward the earth and round, letting the head hang. We're going to let the head sway side to side. And this right here can release the tension where we have that right underneath the shoulder blades. So we're just going to let that head sway side to side with ease and grace. Come back to center, and we're going to slowly roll up. We're going to inhale the shoulders up, exhale back down. Inhale up, exhale back down. Inhale up, exhale back down. Lengthen through the crown of the head and breathe. We're going to take one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. We're going to start with 3-part breathing. Inhale into the belly, then into the diaphragm, then into the chest. And then we're going to exhale from the chest to the diaphragm to the belly. So inhaling from the bottom up and exhaling from the top down. Inhaling and expanding and lengthening. Exhaling and softening and relaxing. Inhaling and lengthening. Exhaling and releasing. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good job. Bringing the hands to the thighs. We're going to lengthen up through the crown of the head. We're going to inhale the shoulders up, exhale them back down. Inhaling up, exhaling back down. One more time. Inhaling up, exhaling back down. We're going to reach those arms out. We're going to roll the shoulders back. See if you can touch the shoulders to the wall. Draw the navel in. Relax through the hips. Take the right elbow over the left. And we're going to wrap those hands. We're going to inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. We're going to reach those arms out, roll the shoulders back. Take that left elbow over the right. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time, inhaling up and exhaling down. We're going to unwind. We're going to lengthen up through the crown of the head, and now we're going to bend forward, round the back, release the head and neck. We're going to sway the head side to side, releasing tension in the back. Just letting it go. And then we're going to slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Good job. Now we're going to bring our knees together, and I'm going to take one foot out and the other foot out. I'm going to bring these feet really close back in toward my blanket stack, and I'm going to sit up really tall, draw the shoulders down the back, draw the navel in, lengthen through the crown of the head, and breathe. I'm going to take one foot forward, and I'm going to hang on to that right foot. I'm going to take the left hand to the right knee, right hand just to the blanket stack, and we're going to turn toward the right and breathe. Lengthen through the crown of the head, maybe lowering the chin down. Nice job. Turn back to center. We're going to bring this foot in. We're going to take this foot out. We're going to take the right hand to the left knee. Left hand is going to reach down that blanket stack. We're going to sit up really tall and breathe. Nice job. Lengthen through the crown of the head. And we're going to come back to center. We're going to come back to the center, lifting up. We're going to open and lift the heart. And we're going to round the back. We're going to open and lift the heart. We're going to round the back. We're going to open and lift the heart and round the back. One more time, open and lift the heart and round the back. Now we're going to find our way onto a tabletop, and we're going to do the same idea. Tabletop, inhaling, lowering the belly, opening the heart. Exhale and round. Inhale, lower the belly, open the heart. Exhale and round. Inhale, lower the belly, open the heart. Exhale and round. We're going to come back to a center, and we're going to take our hands one hand length in front, and now we're going to do some hip circles, getting some ease and grace into those hip circles. Very good. I see you, Carol. I see you with a little smiley face. Thank you. Finally, I found someone. And we're going to take it to the other side. Oh, ease and grace, ease and grace. Okay, now we're going to bring our hands back to that tabletop. We're going to bring the knees a little closer together. We're going to just tick-tock those hips back and forth, taking the gaze in the opposite direction, just to see how that feels. Okay, now I'm going to take my knees apart. I'm actually going to take this blanket that I have rolled up. I'm going to take my knees apart and I'm going to bring another blanket in front. And I'm going to come down to a child's pose, resting the forehead on the blanket so I have plenty of space for myself to breathe. And this helps also when your head is a little bit off. It helps lengthen the spine, or a little bit off the ground, I mean. It helps lengthen the spine, reaching the tailbone long and breathing. Take a deep breath in, expanding the back body. Exhale and release. And just feel some relaxation, release of any stress or tension. Let it flow into the earth. We love to use it as fertilizer so that our earth can provide us with beautiful plants, flowers, trees. Inhaling, expanding, exhaling and releasing. See if you notice the tailbone starting to relax a little more and the lower back lengthening. Inhaling and allowing the belly to blow up like a balloon. This is the perfect place to do this. Nobody can see it, so it's all good. Nice job. Now we're going to come back up and we're going to turn this blanket this direction. I'm going to place my arms over the blanket and I'm just going to rest my forehead here. See if we can stretch through those arms a little bit. Maybe take the thumbs up toward the sky. This is more like puppy pose. My bottom's not all the way to my feet. I'm just stretching through the upper body and lowering. See if you can soften the heart, melding the heart toward the floor. Maybe thumbs up to keep those shoulders in a better alignment for you. Maybe sway the hips side to side if it feels right to you and your knees don't hurt. Come back to center, take a deep breath in, expanding the body. Exhale, letting go. Noticing length, continuing to open up in the torso of the body, even through the hips. And slowly we're going to come back up. I'm going to find my blanket stack over here. We're going to do a nice little twist. I love this restorative yoga. It's almost like taking a nap. I'm going to make it 2, but you might want to make it 3 blankets if you have 3 blankets, if that feels right to you. So see how I've got these stacked up? And I've got my other blanket close by, just in case I might need it. I'm going to take my hip, my right hip, toward this blanket stack. And I'm going to take my fingers on either side. I'm going to draw the shoulders down the back, lengthen through the crown of the head. Breathe. I'm going to bend the elbows and reach the heart closer to the blanket stack, only about halfway. Lengthen through the crown of the head, lower the chin to the chest. See if you can lower the tailbone also. That lengthens the spine. You might notice that. We're going to inhale coming back up. Nice job. Exhale halfway down, and we're going to look over to the right. So we're getting a little twist in the back. We're going to lower the tailbone down a little more. You can feel that spine lengthening and opening up. Inhale, center. We're going to come back up to up to the upright position. Now we're going to lengthen through the crown of the head, draw the navel in, lower the tailbone down. We're going to slowly bend these elbows. I'm actually going to take my blanket stack a little further away to make sure I have enough length. And I'm going to come down, taking the head in the same direction of the knees. So see how that feels to you. Now, if you have another blanket and you want to wrap it between the legs so that that's a little more comfortable, that's always a great idea. Now this back arm, maybe the hand is palm facing down, or maybe you take the back arm and take the fingertips toward your bottom so that the shoulder softens around the blanket stack. You're going to take a deep breath here, open the mouth and exhale. And we're going to just rest in this position. Find your silky smooth breath here. And if you need an extra blanket or something for your head, please help yourself to that. Whatever way feels best to you is what's right for you. And then see if you can find silky smooth, deep breaths in and out. When you're ready, place your hands on the earth, and we're going to slowly help ourselves back up. We're going to take this blanket out of the way. We're going to take our hands back, and we're going to tick-tock those knees back and forth. Probably got everyone calmed down and in a relaxed place. So now we're going to take our blanket stack and we're going to move it to the opposite side. We're going to do the same thing. I've got this other blanket. I'm taking my legs to the right, putting this blanket right here. I'm going to rotate the torso, lengthen up through the crown of the head. And I'm going to bend the elbows, lengthen through the crown of the head, and lower the tailbone down. You find length opening up in the spine, breathing. And then we're going to come back up. We're going to exhale, move halfway down, bending the elbows to the waist, lengthen through the crown of the head. We're going to look to the left. See if you can soften the hips and relax the tailbone toward the earth. Inhale, center, coming back up. Take a deep breath in, lengthening. Exhale, and you're going to move this wherever feels right to you, bringing the left side of the head toward that blanket stack, letting the arms cascade to the sides and resting. See if you can relax here. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. Inhale, expand the body. Exhale and release. When you're ready, you can place your hands on the earth, bring the elbows back toward the waist, and slowly press yourself back up to a seated position. Now we're going to bring our blanket stack in front of us, and I'm going to grab some blocks. I'm going to put a couple blocks under here, I think, and see how that works. Yes, so it's a little bit more like an elevated position. I'm going to sit in Sukhasana Easy Pose. We're going to inhale, shoulders up, exhale, back down. Sweep the arms up to the sky. We're going to take the right hand to the left knee, left hand straight behind, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, lower the tailbone. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale and turn to the left and breathe. We're going to inhale the arms up, exhale them down. Inhale them up again. Exhale the left hand to the right knee, right hand straight behind. Breathe, lower the tailbone, look toward the right. Nice job. Now we're going to inhale the arms up, exhale them back down. We're going to take these fingers forward, and we're going to find a way to see if we can find a forward fold, taking the head to one side and just resting in this position. Letting the hips soften, relaxing the eyes, softening the jaw, relaxing the shoulders. We'll hang out here, and I will have you turn your head to the opposite side in just a few moments. See if you can find that silky smooth breath. When you feel ready, you can inhale and lift and lengthen through the crown of the head. Turn the head to the opposite side and gently lay your head down on your blanket stack. When you're ready, gently place your hands on the earth and slowly help yourself back up. We're going to keep this other blanket roll right down here in case we need it. I'm going to go to a different pose. I'm going to move these blocks out of the way. And I'm going to open this blanket up and roll this blanket just like this. So I get a little bit of a roll. And you can flatten it as much as you like. Then we're going to put a blanket here. And then this blanket's going to be just about right there. I'm going to move this out of the way. This upper blanket roll is going to go right where the shoulder blades are on the back. And our head is going to be right in that on that back blanket. And I'm going to move these out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to take the arms to either side. Like this. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, and if that feels okay to you, then we're good. Now I'm going to take this and put it on top. Find myself back down here. Take that on top, lift up the hips. Place that underneath the hips and take the knees to either side. Make sure that feels comfortable to you. Now, if you need to make this blanket under the head a little higher, that's fine. Adjust yourself in whatever way feels best. We're opening up the chest, letting the shoulders relax toward the earth. We're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to open the mouth and exhale. And we're breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Hi, Snoo. Maybe allowing the head to roll gently side to side. We're going to lift the right foot out, the left foot out, plant the feet. We're going to lift the hips up and take that blanket stack out of the way. Then we're going to take the knees toward each other, the feet mat width distance apart. See how that feels. Then we're going to bring our feet hip width distance apart, lift our hips up and take them to the right while we turn to the left. We're going to roll ourselves up. We're going to come into the last pose. We're going to need our blanket stack again. So see if you can find your blankets stacked up, and we're going to put another blanket right here. And we're going to use our blocks as well, kind of like we did in the forward fold, except a little bit different. I think I might just put one underneath, just like this. So here's our blanket stack. If you happen to have a rice pillow or a small blanket, you might want to put something under there for your neck. I'm going to show you what I have, like this rice pillow right here. Snoo, you gotta move. This is not yours. Okay, and then we're gonna find our way to see if we can lie on. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. See if we can lie on this and support our neck completely, letting the arms come to the sides. Now, what might be good is if we put this blanket here and place the arms right there so that they're a little more supported than just hanging out at the side. Now we can take our legs straight down. We can take our legs, knees together, feet mat width distance apart, whatever feels best to you. We're going to take a deep breath in, open the mouth and exhale. Actually, this feels pretty good. I'm going to move my little rice pillow, adjust it just a little bit. And I'm going to see if I can roll my head side to side and find my neck as comfortable as possible. And then we're going to just hang out here. Now, if you feel cool right now, you may want to put on a blanket to cover yourself up. And see if you can relax. And whenever you're ready, see if you can imagine feeling your breath when you inhale, the coolness of the air moving through the nostrils. And on the exhalation, the warmth that comes from you. Inhaling cool, clear air. Exhaling warm gratitude. see if you can allow yourself to sink a little deeper into this pose, relaxing just a bit more, adjusting yourself if you need to or want to. Remembering you are safe, you are supported, you are loved. On every in-breath, perhaps allowing healing, loving energy to flow through the body. And on every exhalation, allowing yourself to relax just a little more. When you're ready, we're going to gently take that blanket that's across our belly off. We're going to start to gently roll the head side to side. We're going to bring the feet back to hip width distance apart. We're going to pick up the hips and take them to the right side. We're going to roll slowly onto our left side, and we're going to rest for a few more moments here. ready, we're going to plant that right hand and we're going to put our hands onto the earth, helping ourselves back up. And we're going to come back to this beautiful Sukhasana easy pose. I'm going to take this blanket, I'm going to put it around here so that my seated position is super comfortable. I'm going to lengthen up through the crown of the head. Bring my hands to my thighs. Now maybe this is too much for you and you want to bring it come down a little bit, and that's fine. We're going to sit up really tall, lengthen through the crown of the head, lower the tailbone down, and we're going to just do some circles, very small circles with our tailbone, almost like a spirograph move. Gently, mindfully. Then we're going to take it in the opposite direction. Perhaps the eyes are still closed. Just noticing the sensations in the body. We're going to come back to a tall seat, and we're going to exhale and round the body, releasing the head and neck. Inhale, roll the belly forward, open the heart. Exhale and round. Inhale, roll the belly forward, open the heart. Exhale and round. Inhale, coming to a tall seat. We're going to maybe sway side to side, letting the head come last. So lead with the shoulder and the body, and then let yourself move side to side, almost like we're on a little boat and there's a little bit of a wave, gentle wave, moving us side to side, releasing and letting go. And then we're going to come back to center. I'm going to remove this blanket entirely. I'm going to reach my arms out to the sides, all the way up to the sky, and I'm going to bring them down to the heart. And I'm going to let my thumbs touch the heart. I'm going to breathe in peace and exhale gratitude. And I'm going to think about all the things that are beautiful and loving in my life right now. All the people in my mind's eye that we get to interact with, whether it's through yoga online or every day, or talking, or on social media. I'm going to ask the universe, God, divine, whatever is right for me, to bring in that beautiful healing light energy and send it out into the world to all of you. Allowing our lights to shine together, brilliantly lighting up the earth for the entire universe to see. Thanking ourselves for showing up on the mat today. Feeling grateful for our opportunities of life and love. And we're going to open our eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm working hard on this live stream. It's been a little bit iffy, but we're working on it. It's going to be great, I promise. So keep after us, and thank you for joining us and supporting us. Namaste.